So the spinner is in a state of dimensional flux now. Also, if you look down below, you'll notice that that's the bridge that we were at earlier. When we made our brief encounter in the Dark World. Ooh. Look at that thing. And it looks like that thing has our boost ball ability. So we're probably gonna have to fight that. Aw, these poor Luminoff. So many have died to these damn Ing. Now there is a Dark Torvus key up there, but we can't get it just yet. But we will be able to soon, if this goes well. Alright, so let's get this over with. So say hello to the Boost Guardian. Now this fight is notorious. I would consider it one of the toughest fights in the game, if only because there are no safe zones in this fight. The only way you can heal is if the boss decides to release some inglets, or if it destroys the pillars in this room. So, good luck. Anyway, Boost Guardian, Boost-powered warrior Ing. Boost Ball ability grants great speed to enemy. Target can only be damaged in solid form. Find a way to keep it solid. You just tried to possess me there. Alright, so when it goes into its Boost Ball form, you can't hurt it with your weapons conventionally. You have to wait until... Well, you can kind of force it into like a puddle form with Morph Ball bombs, and this is the only way to get it to turn solid again. Okay, good, so we can hurt it again. Ooh. Okay, it's going into boost ball mode again. If you manage to nail it with some bombs while it's boosting around, you can also force it into its puddle form as well. Okay, we almost got it. Ow. I mainly just set bombs in the hopes that he'll run into it, hopefully. There we go. Time to finish you off. Gotcha! Goodbye to you, Boost Guardian. Now, funny enough, when I recorded this before, on my other file, I actually died once, so that wasn't too good. But at least I did better this time. Well, at any rate, we've got our boost ball back. Boost ball acquired. Hold B to charge and then release to get a speed boost. Okay, let's get out of here. Now trust me, I may have made that look kind of easy, but I would consider that one of the toughest fights in the game, honestly. Anyway, for those of you who've played Metroid Prime 1, you probably remember the half-pipes. Boost on them, and you can keep gaining momentum and height. And that's how we get that Dark Temple key. Alright, let's get out of this hellhole and back to regular Aether. Go ahead and jump straight down. And back to Aether we go. Okay, so we got a new toy to play with now. Close enough. Now this is a half pipe that we can go up as well. Crocus. Heavily armored, attack when it exposes its skill to damage it. Well, they don't seem too bothered about me, so I think I can just leave them be. Well, maybe except for this one. Nah, I'll leave it alone. They don't seem too interested in me anyway. So this is a spinner. Use the boost ability of the morph ball when inside a spinner to activate it. Do you mind? So yeah, we've just made a shortcut to the bridge area down there. Both here and on Dark Aether. Let's head this way. That's one morph ball bomb slot activated. And here's the other one. Now, if we wanted to, we could head to the room to the left, because that's where the Dark Temple key was in the Dark World. But I think at this point there's not really much of a reason to, because I think it's like a dead end at this point. I think the only thing we'd run into is some more Dark Pirate Commandos. So we'll just leave that room be for now. However, if we head down here... we can boost our way to another missile expansion. Getting a nice collection of missiles now. Now, I think it may be time to go ahead and leave Torvus Bog for a little bit. Because I think that there's another piece of gear that we can get now. So let's exit from this way. We'll use the door down here. Buzz off you, Mr. Grunchler. Before I leave, I just want to do one quick thing before I forget about it. And yes, there are Grunchlers in this area now as well. Have fun with that. I just want to get the lore in this room before I forget about it. The Ing attack. The day came when space was torn asunder, revealing dimensional rifts to a dark place. Horrible dark swarms streak forth from these rifts, engulfing nearby creatures and transforming them into what we would come to call Darklings. The dark creatures became our enemies, and peace came to an end on Aether. Okay, now we can leave Torvus Bog. If those Grunchlers will let me pass by them, that is. Buzz off. Not interested in fighting you guys. Yep, so let's leave. Now we can just open that door with a super missile, instead of needing to take a detour through Dark Aether. Now the place I needed to go to is up here on this half-pipe ramp. Tunnel. Now make sure you boost across these platforms here, because this will lead where we need to go. That's how we get past that purple door below us to a new area. Advanced age did not keep him from defending the site or engaging in combat, however. So that was an old Luminoff. Scan indicates that this Luminoff was very young at time of death, not quite to adulthood. That a child would be pressured into combat duty suggests how desperate the Luminoff were at the war's end. Those damn Ing. We're gonna make them pay. I like this guy's name, X-Quar. Oh, it was a her. My bad. Oh, so this was Eumos, a statue of Eumos' mother, Vemos. I see. What we have here is a security system that we're going to have to deactivate. So we're going to have to use the spinners in this area to spin the rings around the containment field. Now, see how that segment of rings lit up there? The goal here is to light up all of the rings at once. It'll take some finagling, but we'll get there. I got that ring lit up. Oh, there we go. Completed. And then the lasers from the statue will be focused by the lens, destroy the glass. That's a pretty neat security system. Structure is part of the security system. Powerful beam emitters are turned to the frequency needed to shatter the central containment chamber. And our reward for this is the Seeker Launcher. Seeker Launcher acquired. Press and hold Y to charge the Seeker, move the targeting reticule over targets to lock on. Now, honestly, I've never been a big fan of this upgrade. It essentially allows you to lock on to 5 targets at once and fire 5 separate missiles. Now, honestly, in combat, it's not that useful. Its main use is just for opening these purple doors. I mean, maybe if you're like surrounded by a bunch of enemies in the room, it might come in handy, but I would almost always use a super missile over the Seeker Launcher. Anyway, lock onto the targets. Fire. The door opens. Scans indicate that this Luminoff perished due to lack of nourishment. She remained at her post despite the fact that she was starving to death. Aw, now that's really sad. Guess she felt that her duty was more important than her life. Oh, got more blue lights in here. If we head this way... The last hit breached my armor. The poison spreads. Though I have found the key, it is too late for me. Soon my light will fail. They know I am here. They will come to the site to plunder the key. My last stand shall be at the edge of the temple grounds. I only hope I have the strength to fight when they arrive. Anyway, this just led us to where our gunship is. I will recover my ammunition, but I won't save. Because essentially this file is just going to be a backup in case a recording messes up again. And I don't think there's anything else I can really do in the Temple Grounds at the moment, so I think that we can go ahead and return to Torvis Bog at this point. Which we can get to through this Morph Ball tunnel here. And also we have a shortcut here now, between this Great Temple entrance and to Samus's gunship. That's handy. Okay, so let's get back to Torvis Bog. So I think at this point we should be making our way back to outside of the temple around here. So now that we have the secret launcher, we could head down to the underwater segment of the temple. But before we do that, we're going to take a little detour. Head through this door next, now that we can open it. There we go. And this brings us to an elevator. That'll bring us back to Aegon Wastes. Now there is a reason to head down this way, because we can get another missile expansion now that we have the boost ball. Here we have a half-pipe ramp, which leads to a dark portal. Oops, I messed that up. Oop, I almost had it there. There we go. Okay, and another missile expansion for Samus. Now, there's no way that we can return to regular Aether from here, so we'll just have to use the portal in this room. Nice try. Okay, back to Torvaswag again. Alright, so it's time to head to the flooded section of the temple. Now this is certainly not my favorite part of the game, that's for sure. So something tried to eat it but couldn't. So yes, folks, welcome to the flooded section of the temple. Got regular preeds in here. The one thing I do think is cool about this area is that I think this area, this area's music is a remix of the water area from Super Metroid, if I'm not mistaken. Which I think is kind of neat. There we go. Thought I was stuck. Anyway, through here is the save room of this place, should you need it. I won't save, but I'll just get full health.